Good morning, Flosstube. I'm Sarah and this is Sew Me Sarah, my channel all about cross stitch here on YouTube. It's Sunday the 23rd of November 2025 and you are very welcome to spend a little time with me this morning as I share my cross stitch, maybe a little bit of life stories and whatever else I decide, whatever else comes into mind as we're chatting. Thank you so much to all of you who are returning viewers who make up the community here at Sew Me Sarah and who inspire me to keep going. To those of you who might be new to the channel, thank you for giving it a try. I hope you will find some things here in the episode that you enjoy. Maybe you'll want to check some past episodes to see a little bit more about what this channel is. And if you find that I'm not your cup of tea, but cross stitch definitely is, then please keep looking, for there are many other floss tubers out there, different styles, different personalities, different ways of presenting their floss tube episodes that might be more to your liking. So if you do like, please subscribe and join the community here, and I hope that you will all stay with me today as I share the little bits of stitching that I've managed in the last couple of weeks. Okay. Thank you very much for all of your well wishes on the last episode. I was suffering with my back last time and thankfully it has recovered much quicker than usual. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that no more tweaks. I do think that I've been doing a tiny little bit of Pilates, regular back strengthening exercises, and I do think that has helped me to recover quicker this time. So I should use that as an encouragement to keep going with those little exercises, I guess. I also want to thank you, more importantly, for the well wishes for my dad and his surgery. So when I last recorded, we were just about to go for a celebration lunch for his 80th birthday, and we did that on the Sunday lunchtime, and we had a really lovely lunch with my brother and his daughters. He has 4 beautiful girls. And one of them is married, so her husband came along, and then there was Alan and me and Dad, and it was just really lovely to all be together as a family. Unfortunately, Charlotte wasn't with us. She doesn't cope so well with that kind of environment for a long period of time, so it wouldn't have been the same for anyone else, really. So we were very glad that she had a great time with Granny Sandra, who came to look after her while we went out to lunch. But Dad had a lovely birthday lunch, and then the next morning he went in for his surgery. All went well with the surgery, I'm glad to say. He was out on the following day and he's been at home recovering since, and he's recovering well. My problem is not actually caring for him, it's getting him to slow down. So he's just ready to be back to life. And I'm just a little bit anxious that he might be overdoing it, but you know what, he's really good and he's fit and well pretty much otherwise, so we'll just let him get on with it. So he's good, he's recovering well, and I'm doing well too. So thank you very much for your lovely wishes. I want to remind you, just before we go any further, about the Cotton Twine subscription box for November. I'll insert a picture here. It's the one with this little deer hoop design. And it is available still to subscribe to if you're interested until the end of the month. So it's available right to the 30th of November. So that's still a possibility. And remember, there are 3 different types of subscriptions that you can have with that club. So you can have the full gift box, which I shared with you on one of my latest episodes. You can have just the kit, so your fabric, floss and pattern, or you can have the PDF only. So those are all options for your subscription, and this subscription is very flexible. So you can pause your subscription, you can skip a particular chart that you're not interested in, or you can switch between the types of subscription. So one month you might want the PDF only and kit it from your own stash. The next month you might want the full box. So Anyway, that November box is still available for the next week. So if that is one that you're interested in, go and sign up for that now. If you're a first time subscriber to the Cotton Twine boxes, there is a code for 15% off, and that is FIRST15, FIRST15. Okay. The other arm of Cotton Twine is Historical Sampler Company, and they have a brand new stitch along coming out, ready to start on the 1st of January 2026, and it is the Winter Woodland stitch along. I'll insert a picture of the sneak peek that we have. It's going to be a wintry sampler style stitch. Looks like the usual fantastic color choices that the ladies there make, and this will be a 4-part stitch along, releasing on the 1st of January and every fortnight thereafter. So you will get the PDFs on a fortnightly basis with the release, but you can order your kit right now on the website. They did have a beautiful gift box that goes along with the stitch along. I did warn you last time that they sell out quickly, and this one did have some spots available earlier in the week, but I see this morning that the kit, the full gift box option, has sold out. The good news is though that I'll show you what's in the gift box in a moment. And the good news is that some of those items are available for you to add on to your order as individual pieces. So you might not be able to get the full gift box, but you might be able to treat yourself, say, to the pair of scissors or the little gift bag or whatever else takes your fancy. So do have a look in the drop down options for that. The stitch along itself is available, as I said, as a kit. That's your fabric, floss and patterns, which will come by PDF release. The fabric is a choice of linen or Aida, and you can also have it as a PDF only option. So take a look and decide which option is for you. It's a beautiful piece of white fabric. Mine is the linen. It's looking a bit grey just in my light, but it's very lovely white, and some really, really gorgeous threads, lovely colours, and you can see the little needle poking out there, so you get your needle as well, and those pretty threads, golds and reds and greens, but bright wintry colours. Okay, that is the Winter Woodland Stitch Along kit. And the beautiful gift box that came to me also contains the nurge hoop that you can use to stitch it. This is one of the size 3 nurge hoops, 220 millimeters by 195 millimeters. It has a gorgeous pair of scissors in it. These are beautiful. A blue ombre scissor. These are available to order as an add-on item. I love these scissors. There's a very sweet little needle minder. It's a little winter bunny. Can you see? There we go. Winter bunny needle minder. Then there's a lovely snowflake floss organizer. Really pretty. And a little drawstring bag saying cross stitch is my superpower. So you can pop all of your kit supplies in here when you're getting started. And then the little treats are a little winter ornament with a hare in the snow. It's very sweet. And some chocolate. There's always a tasty treat in it as well. So this is Montezuma's Chili Bonkers Chili Chocolate. This will go to hubby, I'm quite sure. As soon as I've showed you this box, he'll be having this, I think, tonight, Sunday night. A little bit of chocolate and a movie. So he likes dark chocolate. So this is a dark chocolate with chili, which is beautiful. And there's a tea bag in here somewhere. but I've managed to lose it. But anyway, that is the beautiful gift box for the Winter Woodland Sal, which, as I said, is starting on the 1st of January. So if you fancy it as your New Year, New Start, or maybe even a day or two later, then go over to the website and place your pre-order now. I will have links in the drop down information below so that you can find that very easily. So that is the latest and greatest from Historical Sampler Company and Cotton Twine. Okay, let's talk about the little bit of stitching that I managed to do. It has been pretty busy for lots of reasons the last few weeks, and I just haven't had as much stitching time as I normally would. So it does show in the amount of stitching that I've done, but I still made a little bit of progress. So I do have 2 fully finished pieces to share with you today. The first is this teeny tiny little pillow. This pattern is Love to Read from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I finished it into a little pattern with a lovely little bit of Tilda fabric on the back and some chenille around the edge. This is going to be a little gift, so I need to get it off in the post very soon. So it's such a sweet pattern. I stitched it on a 40 count, so it did come out really tiny. But I think this will make a lovely little shelf sitter on your library shelves. So that is Love to Read. And then the next fully finish is actually a start and fully finish. So since last time I saw you, this wasn't really on my radar when we last spoke, but I came across the kit from this Mill Hill kit for this little ornament, which says music on it. And I stitched this to send to my son, Andrew, who plays trombone. So I thought this was probably acceptable stitching for a young man. So I hope that he likes it. I'm going to send it to him so he can pop it on his Christmas tree in his little apartment. As I said, it's a Mill Hill. It was intended to be a magnet, this one, but I just put a hanger on it anyway and finished it with some of that self-adhesive velveteen kind of fabric that I bought in bulk from Amazon. So Michelle from Mama Loves You GB a few episodes ago did a really lovely tutorial on finishing Mill Hill ornaments. So the way that I do it's only slightly bit differently from her, but her tutorial is perfect. So if you're interested in how to finish them, if you don't feel confident, follow Michelle's tutorial and you'll have no problems whatsoever. So I'm hoping to get this one off in the post to Andrew this week. So I know it's not specifically Christmassy, but I thought with his musical connections that he might enjoy this on his Christmas tree. I have one finished piece, and that is my Christmas pillow from Flossabilities. This was my daily thread stitch, and I stitched this. It's 32 count, so I used 2 threads over two strands of thread over 2 threads of the fabric. And I used Schoolhouse Red from Gentle Arts. It's the most gorgeous, gorgeous deep red. I really love it. So this, as I said, is the Flossabilities chart, the Christmas pillow. I love every one of those little designs. I love the fireplace and I love the Santa hat especially. The candy canes look pretty good too, but to be honest, there's not one that isn't nice. So I enjoyed doing this as my daily thread stitch. And I actually got it finished last night. So I was really super happy to be able to show this to you today. And I hope, I don't know, but I hope I might be able to get it finished up into a pillow and out with the decorations early next month. So we'll see. I'm full of grand plans and with no way to resource them. But we'll see, we'll see. That is Christmas pillow finish. The whips that I was working on, the first one, oh, sorry, something's caught. I've had a catch on this my boards. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, the first whip that I'll show you is the Magical Gingerbread Sal, and this is from the Historical Sampler Company. This is their current stitch along, and they have released part 3. I haven't quite finished it, as you can see down there at the bottom. I still have this gingerbread man to finish. Well, actually this one needs some hair. Or maybe it's a woolly hat, actually. Do you know, I've been trying to work out what it is, why they have pink hair and a white fluff, but now that I'm looking at it on screen, it looks more like a woolly hat. And that would make so much more sense than having pink hair and a fluff ball on the top. Okay, woolly hats. I have to do the woolly hat on this one and the little icing and buttons. I have to finish this one. And then I've got this heart ornament and this bauble to do over here as well. There was a lot of stitching in part 3. It's this whole bottom piece basically. So that was a lot of stitching, and I tried and tried and tried. I'm determined. I have been so determined to keep up with this style, just so that I can get to the house to get it finished. But I just didn't quite make it yet, and I could maybe make it tonight if everything uploads well with the with this video. I might be able to stitch it tonight, but I also might just want a break from it and do something else. Part 4 comes out tomorrow, which will be, at last, the actual gingerbread house. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've designed for that and to getting that stitched up. So it is a beautiful, beautiful design. The green is not showing up very well in the light here this morning. It's a little bit richer than it's showing up, a bit sort of grayed out and faded, but it's beautiful. But this is the pattern. It has a lovely vintage, kind of sparkly feel to it, and I'm really enjoying that. So that is the current Historical Sampler Stitch Along Magical Gingerbread House. It is still available, so if you are interested now that you can see how it's taking shape, you might want to go over and have a look and place an order for the kit if they still have them, or the PDF certainly. So the full PDF will maybe not be out until tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll all come together anyhow. So that is Magical Gingerbread House from Historical Sampler Company. And then continuing with some Christmas stitching, I have a class ticket for the Christmas Snow Globes by Hello from Liz Matthew that my friend Kathleen gifted me. And I am trying to do the little bit of pre-stitching before the class, although I'm not even sure I'm going to attend the class in real time. I might do it as a catch-up, but if I could get the pre-stitching done, there's a chance I might be able to attend in real time. So what you do is you stitch several little elements to put together somehow into your snow globe jar, and that's what the class will teach us, is how to construct that. So I'm working on stitching these elements for this little jar. I started with the tree, which is huge. When you're stitching it, it is huge. It eats floss like nobody's business, but looks great. So that is the tree finished, and then I have started here the snowman. So that's the bottom of his tummy, and then there's a little element that has 2 Christmas parcels on it as well. So get the snowman done and get the parcels done, then I would be all ready for the class. So so that's what I've been working on in among the Magical Gingerbread House Sal. So looking forward to trying to get that finished. I've got 2 weeks left, I guess, or just under 2 weeks. So we'll see how it goes. My last whip that I got a very little bit done on is Gilmoreisms from Forbidden Fibre Company. And this was a sale that started on the 31st of December 2 years ago, I think. And I didn't get it finished, but I have now completed the borders and their inner borders for the whole thing, and it's just a matter of filling them in, and they go a little bit quicker on the fill-in than all that counting for the borders. So I'm still hopeful that this might get finished by the end of the year. I really would like to see it done. I did Rory is Going to Yale and I Will Always Love You. So those are the two little bits that I managed to finish, as well as completing the border. So a little bit of progress over the last couple of weeks, maybe not as much as I would have liked, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I have plans, of course, so let me just reach, excuse me. I forgot to bring this one over. So my plans are still, maybe a little more loosely, based on my countdown. So if you watched a few episodes ago, I explained that I took a look at my WIPs and decided to focus on getting some of them across the line by the end of the year, and therefore reducing the WIP numbers, because I know I'm going to just increase it again come January anyway. So it would be good to get a few things, done. So I have been trying, I was doing well, then things just got a little bit busy, so there hasn't been quite as much, but I'm still focusing on getting through the projects. I did add one more to it, which was the music Mill Hill ornament. And actually I see that the class preparation isn't on here, but not to worry. Anyway, Christmas Pillow I managed to get ticked off this time, and the music Mill Hill. So I've still got 7 projects on here. Le Petit Chaperon Rouge, which is, I think it's Jardin Privé, and it's a snow globe of Little Red Riding Hood, basically. That one I'm going to move into the daily thread slot, because there's some nice colour block work that could be done. You don't have to change colours too much, and that works really well for a daily thread. So now that Christmas Pillow is finished, I'm going to bring that one in to the daily thread and try to get that one finished by the end of the year. I will keep working on Gilmoreisms, and Frosty Tiny Town will come up in the next couple of weeks, because that is a start on the 1st of December for Marianne. And Marianne Johnson is doing 60 projects, 60 starts this year for her special birthday. So that is one that I'm going to start along with her, and hopefully I will finish that one in this month as well, in the month of December as well. So that's the plan for that. I do want to work on the snow globe class pre-stitching and get that done. And then part 4, as I said, of Magical Gingerbread House is out tomorrow. So there's certainly a lot to keep me busy. I'm still thinking this might now be over ambitious, but you know, it was an idea that I had before all the surgery and all other things came up. So we'll just roll with it and do what we can. I've still managed to do 7 finishes of this in the last few weeks, so that's pretty good anyway. Okay, that's it really for my stitching. For getting connected, I want to talk to you today about Across the Pond, Sal. The Across the Pond Stitch and Chat group is a group on Facebook, and last year we introduced our first stitch along, and if you watched me throughout the year, or others on Flosstube, you may well have seen that we stitched 1 stitch at a time, which is a sampler by La Di Da. And that was our first stitch along together as a group. We are very excited to be doing another stitch along this year. In fact, we hope to do more than 1 stitch along this year. So the first stitch along that we were planning is for 6 months, so from January until June. And we have recently, on the group, on the Facebook group, we have recently chosen what that project is going to be. So we're now all busy trying to pull together our resources for that in order to be ready to start in the new year. So I just wanted to encourage you that this is a great way of connecting with other stitchers. If you would like to join us at Across the Pond, you just join the Facebook group. I will link that down below. There are a couple of questions that you need to answer just so that we can keep spammers out of the group, really. You know, one is a very easy stitching related question. If you're a stitcher, you won't have a problem answering it. And the other one is about abiding by the rules of the group. So if you're wanting to join, make sure you answer both of those, because we have to decline if you don't answer both of those parts. So answer both of them, and then we will get you accepted into the group. And then you'll be able to go through the posts in the group and find out the information all about our next Stitch Along. The chart that was voted for is Stacey Nash Designs chart, and it's called Bees and Birds Sewing Roll, Biscornu and Scissor Fob. So I'll put a little picture in up here, because I only have a PDF copy of it, so I can't show you a hard copy at the moment. But it's Bees and Birds Sewing Roll, Biscornu and Scissor Fob, and we're going to take 6 months to stitch this one together. So if you would like to join a stitching community, I mean, it's very low pressure. There are no police, no stitch police involved, but there's a program and a schedule that you can use if you want to, and we just enjoy sharing and stitching together. The group is also there as operating as a general Facebook group does, and it's there for you to post your other stitching on, or to ask questions of other stitchers too. So that's a nice way of making community. So come and join us at Across the Pond and have some fun stitching along with us next year. My one special thing is a chart, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So you know that I am very fond of the designs that Lauren and Sam from Flossabilities put out, and this time they have excelled themselves and they have put out a chart called Christmas Town. So this is a rearrangement of sorts of their Halloween town chart. It's the same town, but it's ready for Christmas. So it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, I'll put a little picture up here for you to see. I think there are many of you out there who stitch this kind of intricate Christmas stitching and would love this chart. So I don't want you to miss out. So I'm sharing that with you today. Well done, Lauren and Sam, on such a great chart. Finally, thank you very much for voting in my little poll. Last episode I had a viewer poll for what will be my 1st of January start. So my friend, pardon me for reaching, my friend Kathleen over at Kathleen's Trodden Trails and I are going to start another little project together. You're very welcome to join us if you want to. But we are going to start a Madame Lafay pattern. So Madame Lafay is a French designer. We came across her designs on 123 Stitch. She obviously has her own websites and things from France as well. But we fell in love with her style and her patterns, and we're each going to do a different chart. So Kathleen is stitching a different chart from me, but I had 2 of the charts in my stash, and I asked you to vote which one I should start. So should I start the Maison de Famille, the family home, or should I start Les Belles Lettres? Well, overwhelmingly, Les Belles Lettres won the vote. There were 20 votes for the family chart, and there were 45 for the Belles Lettres chart. So this is the one that I will be kitting up and stitching in 2026. So I am so looking forward to this. Yeah, the colors, everything about it is beautiful. Mind you, everything about the family, the Maison de Famille chart was beautiful too. So it didn't really matter which one won, but it's lovely to have had you involved in choosing my new start for 2026. So this will be 1st of January 2026. I will be working on Les Belles Lettres, and it is kind of a start along. It doesn't have a schedule. Kathleen and I will just work on it as we can, and it's a very very loose stitch along. So if you would like to stitch a Madame Lefay chart along with us, please feel free and let us know in the comments that you're doing that, so that we can watch out for you if you're on Instagram or anywhere else. So that is all of the stitching for today. I think that's everything. December is going to be a little bit different, as I said before. December is not going to be my normal fortnightly recording, mainly because I have the Advent calendar from Historical Sampler Company to share with you. So I'm going to do some small episodes, short episodes I should say, to share the contents of the calendar with you, and I'll maybe just drop in my own stitching, if there is any, in those short little episodes. So there will be more episodes, I hope, but more episodes more frequently. They won't be on the fortnightly rotation. It's probably going to be almost a fortnight before you see the first of those, but after that, probably about every 5 days or so, I will come back and say hi in December. So I hope that you will join me for that. And in amongst there somewhere, I also hope to do a whip parade. I like to do my whip parades in December if I can. So that's the plan, and we'll see how it goes. So maybe around the 5th or 6th of December, you'll see the first of my little Christmas episodes, and then you'll be seeing me a little more frequently through the rest of the month. I look forward to being back and sharing with you all then, as a break from the busyness in the season, to be honest. For my US viewers, I know that you have Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday, so I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, a thoughtful Thanksgiving, and one that's filled with gratitude. For everyone else, I hope that you remember to keep taking deep breaths as the season gets busier and busier. And I will see you all again soon. And until we meet, please stay well and stitch happy. Take care. Bye-bye.